Captain Benzie here, coming at you with another episode of Acting on Instinct, the series that tackles Command & Conquer Rivals the same way a mosquito tackles a human, bite by bite, but with less itching, more explosions, and none of the malaria. Now, I do apologise for the audio quality on this particular episode. I am fresh out of a hospital in Bulawayo, having just had my appendix removed. I'm currently sitting in the back of a car to record this, simply as there is no other quiet space around me. I know it's not ideal, it's not my usual studio, please bear with me. Anyway, today I wanted to take the time to look at the Cloning Lab feature that's coming in Update 1.4. Now, firstly, you'll find the Cloning Lab feature up here in the Objectives tab. This used to be where you'd go to find your daily bounties, but it's now the Objectives tab. You still find your daily bounties, but you've also got the Cloning Lab. Now, essentially what the Cloning Lab does is let you get a whole bunch of cards for any unit in the game that you want, no matter the rarity of that card, as long as you've unlocked it. It's a system that can incentivize you playing matches beyond your 10 a day, but we'll come back to that, and it'll allow you to get the cards you need for your units. Essentially, what you do is pick a card to clone, put it in the cloning vat, play 30 games, and get a load of extra cards. Now, everyone has a single, basic, infinite use cloning vat. Once you choose which unit you want to put in that cloning vat, which unit you want to create cards for, the basic cloning vat goes on a 24-hour cooldown. If you're absolutely insane and want to bash out 30 games in one day, you can do, hence the system incentivizing extra play. That said, I know a whole bunch of people looking at this as if the game is now saying you must play 30 games a day. Chill. Trust me, I won't be. I'll likely still just do my 10 games a day for bounties and thus have a new cloning vat pop every 3 days. That said, if I've got a bit of extra time and fancy doing an 11th, 12th or 15th game in a day, I now have a reason to. Now, like card requests from your alliance, you don't actually put a card into the vat, you're just using a card to pick which unit you want it to make. So if you if you choose for a common unit, you get 30 cards. It's not put one in, get 30 out, therefore net gain 29. Now, you can also purchase additional vats for diamonds. At time of writing, it's currently 200 diamonds for a cloning vat, but there may be some special bundles, and I'm hoping we see cloning vats added to the prize trackers for the Rivals Champions events. If you have additional cloning vats, you can have all of these running simultaneously, up to a maximum of 6. All of these labs can be cloning the same unit, or they can all be cloning different units. Here on screen now, you'll see that I'm going to be demonstrating with 5 cloning vats with MG squads, and 1 with JJTs. Now, these work simultaneously, so if you play 10 games, you make 10 games worth of progress on all active cloning vats. Stacking your cloning labs is therefore the most efficient use of them, and I would strongly encourage that you do so. You also don't need to play games with any of the units you're cloning. So here I can be cloning these GDI, MG and JJT squads and playing games with a nod deck, and progress will still be made towards them. So anyway, we're going to fast forward a little bit, and here now you see that I've played 29 games so far, with all 6 cloning vats operational. If I'm to play one more, I'll get a notification that my cloning vats are complete, and then I can claim all of my cards. In this case, 5 vats of MG squads means 50 MG cards, and 1 JJT card for the epic. At this point, I could set up a new set of cloning vats and begin the process all again. At 200 diamonds a vat and 30 games per cycle, cloning vats are a great way to get cards for units you need. For optimum value, you'll want to buy 5 cloning vats and use the free one every 24 hours, but yeah, personally I think that spending 1,000 diamonds and playing 30 games every 24 hours is gonna get oppressive quickly. That said, it's definitely one of the best uses for diamonds outside of the level up bundles. The weighting also works slightly more in favour of rare units, progressing these at a slightly faster rate than commons or epics when put in consideration of how many you need for a level up. But the fact that these can create epic cards should not be discounted. This is a very cost-effective way of leveling up specific epic units. Now, if you're desperate for jump jet troopers, MLRS, chemical warriors, or even not artillery, this is a great way to get cards for them. Personally, whilst you can do all 30 games in one sitting, as I said, I'll be treating these as a payout every 2 or 3 days. It gives me a good excuse just to play a few extra matches here and there once I've done my daily 10, but I will not be pushing hard for that full 30. That's up to you though, and if you want to be playing a whole ton of games, this will definitely reward you for doing that. Load up on cloning VATs and play to your heart's content. Well, that just about wraps it up for this Cloning Lab video. Let me know how you'll be getting on with them. What's the first unit you're going to be cloning? For me, it'll actually either be the MG Squad or the Nod Avatar. Now, as a quick personal update, I am sorry that there's been a minor delay in my content recently. As I mentioned at the start of this video, I was rushed to Bulawayo Hospital for emergency surgery to have my appendix out. That's a 6-hour drive each way, and no chance to work on content from the hospital. I managed to sneak in a few minutes here and there to script this, paid an exorbitant amount for public Wi-Fi to grab the footage just so I'd have something up for you guys, and I'm now sitting in a 36°C car to record the voiceover. I don't say that as a please pity me kind of thing. I just want to, I really want to take this seriously now that I've got the Patreon and the Discord up and running. Anyway, just to let you know as well, you will also find a very brief video on the new unit that's coming alongside the Cloning Labs online very soon. I know that if you upload more than one video in 24 hours with YouTube, it tends not to notify my followers of the second one. So do be aware that if you don't get a notification, there probably is a video for the new unit coming online soon. Check it out. Anyway, plenty more to come beyond that, so if you do fancy supporting my content, like, subscribe, ring the bell, join our Discord on screen now, and consider becoming a Patreon. Happy sailing, and see you on the battlefield!